This is the plaintiff, Clement Davis. He says the defendant, a so-called mechanic, took so long to fix his work van, he lost money. The guy is as inept as they come. Still has his van, and it's going on 7 months. He's at his wit's end and is suing for $5,000 for all he's out. This is the defendant, Vernon Hill. He says the plaintiff's motor was bad. He called him back in August of last year telling him it was fixed, and the guy told him he had no money to pay off the repair. The plaintiff even asked him for the van, and he's sorry, but been there, done that. You want your van, you pay the bill. He's accused of dragging it out.
Okay, Clement Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing Richie's Auto Clinic Incorporated, represented here by Vernon Hill. You're the owner?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
For $5,000, you say your damages are actually more than double that because, according to you, he has breached a contract to fix your car. Tell me what happened.
All right, well, Your Honor, back in April of this year, I wanted to open a flea market in Brooklyn. I'm just giving you a little background, if I may. I found a perfect location.
Do you mean an entire flea market? Or you mean a booth in a flea market?
No, the whole corner spot.
Okay.
Is 78 by 21 feet. Now, the property was a mess. It was fenced in and had some abandoned cars, which belonged to the defendant, construction material, and a couple of pit bulls that were running around, and nobody was cleaning up after them. Now,
Which is why you found it so attractive.
Well, I found it attractive because it was in a good location.
So what happened?
Okay, so my idea was to improve the lot. I wanted to change this eyesore into something aesthetic. So I wanted to put some plants there, some books, antiques, a couple of chess tables, some Bob Marley in the background. It's perfect for the community. This is East New York. So on the fence, there's a sign that says Richie's Auto, which happens to be the garage that's next to the lot. So I go next door. He tells me he's renting the spot, that he's not the owner, but he was subleased it to me for $850. So the first month's rent, month's security, he wants $1,700. So I give him the money, and when I give him the money, he doesn't give me the keys. So the problem is, where are the keys at? So what happened was,
okay, I need you to get to a car.
I'm sorry.
You're suing about a car, and we're still talking about the property.
Only because I wanted to speak to the defendant's character, Your Honor. I asked the defendant to give me the money back once the landlord and I went over there. All right, we confronted him about it.
Confronted him about what?
About the $1,700 of mine that he has.
And what was his response to it? Why were you collecting money for the landlord? Were you authorized to do that, or you weren't?
It was at the time when he came to Brooklyn, and he approached me. I was renting it from the landlord, and
you were renting that spot too?
I was renting the spot.
So you were going to sublet it to him.
I told him, I said, listen.
And then the landlord, okay, stop. Then the landlord ended up taking over and saying,
Yes.
okay, I'll take it away from your lease and I'll rent it directly
So
to you. Now we're done. Now, after all that, which I'm supposed to look at that and say, you thief, you then decide to do business with him, right? And give him your car to repair.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes,
all right.
I did.
So, wait. So follow me here. I am supposed to look at what he did and find it to be nefarious, underhanded, and trickery, and yet, after that, you then decide to give him your car to repair. Tell me about your car. It's a 1993 GMC, so it was good enough. His morals were good enough for you to go ahead and do business with him after that. 1993 GMC what?
It's a GMC van.
Okay. And what was wrong with it?
I blew the engine.
Okay. And what were the estimates you were getting from other people?
I was getting an average of $2,500, including labor.
All right, so you take it to him to see if he would like to fix it and what he's going to charge you, and what does he say he's going to charge you?
He said he's going to charge me $1,000, and he wants $500 up front.
Okay, but the total was supposed to be $1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
For a rebuilt engine?
A rebuilt engine,
Okay.
a used engine.
A used engine. All right, and then how much do you pay him?
I gave him $500 on May 22nd, because I had my van towed into his lot on May 21st.
And when was he supposed to have it ready?
He told me he was going to have it ready the following week.
And
and he still has the van today, December 15th.
And what has happened between May and today? What has he been saying to you?
Well, he says the first thing he told me, he gave me a litany of excuses. The first thing he told me was the mechanic that fixes engines, he's off this week. He said that he ordered the wrong engine from the supplier because he gave him the wrong VIN number. It went on and on and on.
So it's just a bunch of excuses for all those months. And then what was the last thing he said to you? Did you tell him I'm going to file a lawsuit?
The last thing he said to me was, I don't want you to bother me today. It's my birthday.
All right, what's going on with the man's car?
Okay, Your Honor. Mr. Davis came to Brooklyn, and I offered him...
Oh, no, I do not want to hear about that lie.
Okay.
I want to hear about the car.
His van blew. He called me one day and said, Richie, my van blew. I said, listen, that van is going to cost you at least $1,000 and better to fix it. No more than about $1,200. He had the van towed to the shop. He had no money.
What was the Blue Book value of a 93 GMC van?
The Blue Book value maybe like about $1,200, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So it's going to cost you the same thing that the Blue Book
He
value
had
is?
no money. He bought me $150 2 days after he dropped the van off. I say, Mr. Davis, this is not enough money to buy the engine. The engine is going to cost you $500. He gave me $150 the first day. Another couple of days, he came back, he gave me $100. I went next door to his flea market and I bought some stuff to help him to pay for the motor. I bought a grill, I bought 2 chairs, just to help him to come up with the $500. Meanwhile, I already paid for the motor. The first motor I put in the car was no good.
Why not?
It was no good from the junkyard. A month and a half later, when they sent me another motor, and I replaced the motor, I tell him, listen, your car is done. You need to bring me...
Where's the car right now?
The car is still sitting in my driveway.
And it has a rebuilt engine and it's ready?
It's done, it's running. I went to him, I said, when are you going to take your van, man? You owe me $600. He jumped out of the van.
Why $600?
Because with the taxes and everything, you owe me $600. Because you paid me...
So wait just a second. So it's the 1,000 plus taxes?
1,000 plus everything came to like $1,246.
What's like? What did it come
It's
into? Where's the bill? Where's the invoice?
It's 500 for the motor, 500 for the motor.
Right.
600 for the labor.
Okay.
And the taxes.
Okay. And so you tell him your van's ready, and you tell him this back when?
I told him like 2 months after I took the van from him. The van is ready.
Okay.
Come and take it. The last time I spoke to this guy jumped out of the van and he's all up in my face. I want a piece of you, mother. I'm like, listen, son.
Mad at you, but what is he saying about why he won't pick up his van?
He told me to give him the van.
Did he want to pick it up without paying you?
He doesn't pay me.
Oh, okay. So he wanted you to release the van without him paying the balance of the fee.
He wants me to give him the van so he can go make money. I'm like, son, I got guys to pay. It took me a while to do your van, but at the same token, you needs to pay me.
What's your response to what he's saying? He says your van's been ready and it's been ready for months, but that you haven't paid the rest of the bill.
So does the plaintiff in this case have a duty to stop the damages from building?
I believe so, yeah.
Why? I mean, does he have a duty to basically, I mean, if he's not at fault, does he still have that duty? It's kind of interesting.
I think so.
Why would you say?
Just because he would have to, what if he just waited forever and if the damages kept piling up?
You know what's really interesting? This is something that we learn about in the first year of law school. That what you just said is you can't just wait forever. You can't sit in your hands. It's a very interesting principle going inside the courtroom.
Why haven't you put a lien already?
Judge, the only reason I didn't put a lien on it yet, me and him went into a verbal agreement. I did not have him sign my invoices on the day when he came in because he was so close and he was, I treat him like family. But then he used it against me.
Yeah, I don't know about your family, but my family, I'd have signed a piece of paper.
And here I did this job. His car is sitting in my driveway. I'm driving it back and forth every day.
Stop. What is your response to this?
That's not true.
Okay, so you have been going there and there is no van that's ready. The van is not ready. That is what you are saying. You recognize that there's an additional fee beyond $500 that van was going to cost to be repaired, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if it turns out that van is ready right now and all you have to do is pay the balance of the fee, everybody's happy in this case, right?
Almost.
Almost. And the reason why is because you have a lawsuit for $11,000 for a van that's worth about $1,000 and something, and you have a lawsuit for $11,000 based on what? Well, because you would have made $9,600 with the use of that van?
Yes, Your Honor. As a matter of fact, I would have made more than that. The first week,
Then why didn't you just go out and buy another $1,000 van if you were going to lose $10,000 by having a 1993 van?
Actually, I did go out and buy another van.
So then, how did you lose the van? If you had another van, how did you lose money? You can't have it both ways.
I lost money just because of the fact that my van has been sitting in his shop all of these months.
Yeah, but if you didn't pay it, why would he have to pay you? All right, we're done. What's going to happen is that you are going to pay this man the rest of this fee for fixing the car. Is there a dispute between you and him about how much it was going to cost to fix this car?
Well, he just finished saying that I was supposed to pay somewhere around $1,200.
And your response to that is?
No, we agreed on $1,000, and it wasn't supposed to be anything over and above that.
Okay. Well, here's what's going to happen. You're going to pay him another $500, and you're going to give him back the van. That's how it's going to be resolved. You're going to learn a lesson that from now on, everything needs to be in writing. If you want it to be more than $1,000, then you better have it in writing. If you want to be able to prove to me that it's what you say and not what the other guy says, then you better have it in writing. Now we're done. And you need to learn a lesson that your position on this is ludicrous. Number one, I got to show you, Judge, what a bad character he is, that he was trying to illegally sublet. Then maybe you shouldn't do business with him to fix your car. Number two, lo barato sale caro. The cheap comes out expensive. And if everybody else was telling you it's a $2,000 repair, maybe it's time to junk the 1993 van. Number three, if you need the van for your livelihood, okay, then how is it that you're going to turn around and instead of buying another van for $1,000, try to get $11,000 in court? I mean, you understand how crazy this is? That is not what court is about. Court is about making you whole. Whole. Not better off than if the bad thing didn't happen. Whole. And the way you are going to be made whole is that you're going to pay the remaining money and pick up your fixed van. Okay? That's my verdict.
Well, here comes the plaintiff on the losing end of this case. Well, what's your reaction coming out of here?
I'm very disappointed. You know, I didn't really get to say everything that I wanted to say.
You could have said one more thing that would have really turned the whole case around. It would have been what?
I really have no idea.
Right. So you come in and sue for $11,000 over the hoopty, and you walk out of here with what?
Nada.
Nada. Well, you pay him for the car and van, and you get it back. How's that for a good deal?
Okay.
All right, right down there. All right. All right, sir. What do you think of the outcome here? Step on in,
well,
Come on.
It was plain old simple. Mr. Davis tried to get something out of nothing. He owes money, he refused to pay. And at the end of the day, everything comes out in court. So all he has to do, pay me for his car, and I'll give him his car. If not, I'll put a lien on it, and I'll own it.
And if it breaks down again, you fix it for him?
I'll still give him his warranty.
Over to Harvey.
You know, it's called mitigating damages or minimizing damages. And it's true, you cannot sit on your hands and watch them build if you could have taken a reasonable step to basically put a cap on what you suffer. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.